Hey everyone, I'm recording this on September 14th, 2022. Not sure how easy that is to read there. There we go. And the reason I have to show the date is because I am opening a Nightfall box, hoping to pull a old scratch so I can go to Salem. So we'll see how this goes. My second opening in a long time. I just opened a UFO Pin Club box. If you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. Really love those pins there. And I haven't opened Nightfall in probably close to 7-8 months. It's been a long time. So let's get right into it. I do apologize for the sound. I know the packs are quite loud when we open those. I don't remember the trick, so this first one I am not going to do the trick. And then we'll go from there. We have Brain in a Jar, Werewolf of Defiance, Zombie Apocalypse, and Indrid Cold. Apparently I do remember the trick. Did I do the trick? I must have done the trick. Full Hollow Indrid Cold. So for those that don't know, if you pull an old scratch between now and October 20th, you will get a ticket to the Salem event, which is the Seance release event. The attendance on that is going to be quite small, so they're looking for ways to give the tickets away rather than do a sign-up. We have a Full Hollow Obsidian Obelisk. Off to a good start so far. There's also two, just throw that right on the ground there, also two contests in the Discord, one for a costume contest and one for pumpkin carving. Am I doing the trick? I don't even know. I'm so concentrated on talking that I honestly don't remember if I'm doing a card trick or not. We have Permafrost. Really am hoping to make it to Salem. I'm not too far away, so it would be really fun and interesting to go. Probably the only event I could make this year in terms of travel and everything with the family and all of that going on. So I do hope to be able to get a ticket there. Should be pretty fun. I didn't do a card trick this time. I made sure. I keep doing them, I think, just out of habit. Yeah, I do keep doing them out of habit. Okay. So there is, it's 4 for the card trick, just like UFO and Wilderness. So another Wood Devil. You get so used to doing the card trick that when you're recording it, it's just second nature. You forget even if you did it. It's actually nice to look at Nightfall again. I had put it down for quite some time. Since I had stopped opening it around the time that Wilderness came out. I have a Boogeyman. And I had stopped opening it back then, really because the new sets were out, and that was pretty interesting. And then started looking at the cards again when I started playing back in July. Even then, the decks that I've been building, the spellbooks I've been building, have been primarily UFO based because that's what's been on my brain lately. But it is nice to go back and see some of these older cards. I do want to build a Frost deck next, which will include Contoocook here. Wendigo. Wendigo is one of my favorites, probably the most recognizable cryptid from my experience. Talked about that a few times on the podcast with Caster's Corner, if you haven't checked that out. It's called Cryptid Conversations. We try to release an episode every Friday. We have had some things get in the way recently with some editing issues, specifically lost audio. And this week, I am actually having issues with my internet. We had a lightning storm go through and knocked out my internet for a little bit. Mostly, partially. Some of it still works. The Wi-Fi from the modem still works, but everything hardwired stopped working, and my mesh network stopped working, so I actually don't have internet in my studio. Oklahoma Octopus. So I'm not quite sure if we're going to get the episode out properly, or if it's going to be delayed, or what. But keep an eye out for Cryptid Conversations. That is on the Caster's Corner the Caster's Corner YouTube channel. And Caster's Corner also has a Discord that you can join. There's a good member of the community there. Good members of the community there, not one, multiple. Another obsidian obelisk. It's a great Discord to be a part of. It's run by Caster MJ, who is part of the podcast. We're also working on some other things in the background that I hope to announce pretty soon here. So, keep an ear out for that. Another obsidian obelisk. Oops. I do want to start getting back into doing more pack openings on the channel. I do have a backlog of things to open, especially as things start coming in now. I have some hero quests that'll probably get out after this video. We have the Kickstarters coming soon. I have more Pin Club coming, the NFT boxes, which I don't plan to open too many of those, but I will open at least one. And then we'll go from there depending on how addicted to those pins I get. I did already open one of those boxes. Not an NFT box, but a regular one. And that went pretty well. I got 5 unique pins to that, one of which was the Kinderhook Blob, which I really like that pin. My favorite, though, is the Griddle Greaser Pete, and I did pull 2 of those. So, of course, if you watched the video, you already know that. But really, I'm super excited for Salem. I'm excited for Seance as a whole, and spoiler season for that is now underway. LPA just kicked off the first stream for that on the 13th, and showed off Death, and I'm not going to remember the name of it, but it was a big French canoe. And the power on that one, or the attack power, was really interesting. It kills all beasties with the same name that are destroyed by that attack. And snipes. Specifically snipes were called out. So if you run snipe, beware the big French canoe. Stained glass token. I need to get the eBay box topper version of that. I still don't have that. Probably one of my favorite arts by Lily. Bell Witch. So let me know in the comments below what you think of how MetaZoo is rolling out these tickets to Salem. With the contests, the ability to get one if you pull an old scratch, which honestly is going to be pretty hard. I do not expect to do it, but it gives me a good reason to open some Nightfall, especially in spooky season. The dual aura for Seance is going to be a bit of a game changer, I think. I think we're going to see a lot of new types of decks coming out. A lot of people playing around more with what they can do with probably to start 2 aura types. I know some people have tried to go beyond 2. I don't know how viable that necessarily is. But I do find it interesting from the tease on social media this week of all of the different theme decks. I think that all of the theme decks are going to be headlined by casters, which is really interesting when you consider that one of them is Love, or Loveland Frogman, who was just a beastie in CN1 and CN2 in Cryptonation. But I believe they're going to upgrade him to a caster, or a beastie caster. And I think that's why the name is changed to Love, to keep it separated from Loveland Frogman specifically. The other ones are going to be Morgana, which is the Queen of Cups from the tarot cards. We have M, which if I remember right was the Light Fire deck. Sorry. Don't want to cover Immortal Workshop. Gotta represent the sponsor. These videos are sponsored by Immortal Workshop. Immortal Workshop is based out of Northern Virginia. And he actually runs bi-weekly events on the MPN, the Immortal Invitationals. These are run in a pseudo-environment format. So ahead of time you'll know what terras are active. Just put that over with the other permafrost. What fourth wall effects are active, and you can build your decks around that. He runs those on Saturdays. I don't actually recall what day the next one is off the top of my head, but keep a lookout for that if you want to participate. And usually the pricing on that is pretty good. Gift cards to Immortal Workshop. I believe the top place is usually $100. As well as LGS promos and playmats. So if you're looking for a place to play online, we do webcam tournaments, not Tabletop Simulator. Proxies are not allowed. Definitely sign up for one of the invitationals and join us. I try to join every other one. With the kids, I can't get away too often on the weekends, which is why it's hard for me to get to conventions and whatnot. Did I already pull a lightning spell? I did not. Oh, I already pulled an atom. If you do want to support the channel, there's an affiliate link in the description below to Immortal Workshop. I will get a kickback for any of the purchases that you make there. And that helps get more content for the channel, get more items to give away when we do our milestone giveaways. Got a Momo. Sorry, Immortal. Time to cover that up. If you are interested in Seance, which if you're watching this, why wouldn't you be? Immortal is going to have some bundles up on his site. It'll be very similar to the UFO bundles. It'll be booster box, spellbook, basically one of everything, every theme deck, one of each promo blister pack. Hey, Full Hollow Mothman. There we go. Haven't seen that in a while. It's also throwing in random promos, so you could get Cryptid Nation First Edition packs, you could get Hero Quest packs. With UFO, I know he did a Revive pack. I don't know if he's doing that again this time. But I'll put a link in the description below to the bundle that he's doing. It will come with a new custom mat done by Lord Korg, who did this mat here for UFO. And I've seen the mat, I've seen the art for it, and it is quite amazing. To the point originally where I had questioned how well it was done, because it was mind-blowing. For those that don't know, Korg is an artist. He does a lot of different things. I have some sketch cards from him, or some art cards. I have a Piazza bird over on my shelf over there. That looks amazing. He also streams on Whatnot and does art there. So if you want to check out Lord Korg, I will put a link in the description below for Lord Korg's Whatnot as well. I highly suggest you do. And if you did get one of Immortal's UFO bundles, I believe every single UFO bundle came with an art card from Lord Korg. Does pretty impressive work. Pull two. All right. What are we gonna pull? Kinderhook Blob. Kinderhook Blob is really interesting, and this is something that Caster MJ had taught me about. Kinderhook Blob is when you power up red a Kinderhook Blob, his attack just goes insane. So his attack is Pasty Menace X, where X is this page's current life points. So you power up red him, and the modifications that you're doing with power up red is plus 100 attack, plus 100 life points. So since his life points would go up to 135, his attack based on X would go up to 135. And then on top of that, because of power up red, it gains another 100. So you would have a 135 life point Kinderhook Blob with 235 life points. Sorry, 235 attack because of the life points plus the attack bonus. So a power up red Kinderhook Blob is pretty freaking dangerous. Definitely an interesting combination. So if you ever see cards that have similar abilities, think of how you can use something like Power Up Red to really give that an insane boost. Getting low on the box here. We did pull a full holo Mothman, which I'm pretty excited for. But the chances of an old scratch already being low themselves, only 100 in the entire set of Nightfall. It is rumored that they can only be pulled from booster boxes. I believe that had been confirmed by Mike. I'm not 100% sure on that. I believe the rate to pull it is something like 1 in every 22,000 packs or something ridiculous. So really, if you're looking to go to Salem, this is probably the least likely way to get there. But hey, you get to rip some Nightfall. Uncover that date just in case I do pull one. Boom! Alright, we have Potion Seller. Actually, just kind of noticing the feel of the cards for Nightfall is a bit different than the newer sets. I feel like I'm not grabbing multiple as much as I do with some of the newer ones. They feel a little more grippy to me. That could just be me, though. Nappa Rebobs. I'm yet to actually use Nappa Rebobs. My favorite spellbook that I've built so far is Dark, but I built it more around Fear with Houston Batman and Wendigo, the CN2 Mothman promo. But I was recommended to throw some Nappas in there. I think my Dark spellbook is probably the one that I've liked playing the most. It is the most consistent. It's actually my only spellbook that is a single color, so that could be why right now, with how dual aura spellbooks typically do right now. I'm hoping that changes with Seance. All right, last pack. Can we do it? Probably not. Ludwig, Pyre, Total Bottom's Monster, Bloodlust, the Purple Blob of Philadelphia, Veggie Man, and a reverse holo Wendigo. So we did not get the old scratch. We're not going to Salem. That's okay. I have at least one more that I'm going to rip, so we will give this another shot in a few days and see where we go from there. Thank you for watching this opening, and I will catch you in the next one.